Hi, we are Andy and Rich, and welcome to our channel, Remembrance of the Past, where we will be visiting churches, war graves, pillboxes and bunkers.
Today we are in St Mary's, Norton, Cuckney. (12570) Private AC WILLIES, Notts and Derby Regiment, 24th of September 1915, age 20. TRS/29754 Private George Blatherwick, Stubbins, died 21st of March 1917.
George worked in a bank in London when he left school, then moved to Mansfield where he was a bank clerk. He joined the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry, 53rd Battalion, and whilst waiting to become eligible for active service, George joined the Young Men's Battalion. He died of pneumonia at Rugeley, Staffordshire, while in training, aged just 18 years.
We are in St Luke's, Whaley, Thorns. (1580430) Flight Sergeant William George Evanson, Air Bomber, Royal Air Force, 1st of August 1944, aged 22.
William George Evanson took off in a Lancaster bomber from RAF Ludford Magna located on south of the village of Ludford. Encountered adverse weather towards the end of the sortie and while trying to establish their position, clipped trees and crashed near Lichfield Airfield, killing 3 crew, including William George Evanson.
1575688 leading aircraftman John R. SLEATH, Royal Air Force, 17th of June 1945, aged 22. Also found John William Grove, fell in action in France July 14, 1916, aged 24. the medieval parish church of St Leonard, Scarcliffe. (1503161) Gunner Ronald Dennis Parks, died 20th of February 1941. (1606136) Sergeant Victor Evans, died 20th of September 1945, aged 35. We are in St Peter's Church, Elmton. (63144) Lance Bombardier William Milner, died 15th of May 1918.
William Milner served as Lance Bombardier in the Royal Field Artillery. William enlisted at Mansfield and died of wounds at the War Hospital, Huddersfield, on the 15th of May 1918.
Also Thomas, killed in action in France, March 11th, 1917, aged 23.
Thomas was the youngest son of Benjamin and Martha Milner, out of 10 children. Thomas Milner enlisted around the 15th of August, 1914, and was posted to 9th Battalion Sherwood Foresters. Several other Welbeck employees enlisted in the same battalion. He served with the battalion in Gallipoli and was wounded on the 9th of August, 1915, during an action in which several Welbeck employees were killed. After recovering from his wounds, Thomas was posted to 2nd Battalion Sherwood Foresters and served in France. The battalion occupied the front-line trenches in the sector known as Exeter Castle, which was near Lewes. When in reserve, the battalion could be found at Mazingarb. On the 9th of March, C Company mounted a raid on the enemy's front line and had great success. Thomas was killed in action on the 11th of March, 1917, and was buried in Filozof British Cemetery, Mazingarb.
Also Joseph, killed in action July 1st, 1917, aged 27.
His older brother Lance Corporal Joseph Milner enlisted in the Royal Marines Light Infantry on the 7th of January, 1910. However, he purchased his discharge and left the service on the 5th of August, 1911. Joseph was living in Mansfield when war was declared and enlisted at Southwell, joining the 2nd BN Sherwood Foresters. He was killed in action on the 1st of July, 1917, and is commemorated on at the same cemetery as his younger brother Thomas. Lewes Memorial Dud, corner panel 87 to 89, and at Creswell War Memorial. The church dedicated to St. Peter is probably the third church on this site. The first was a wooden Anglo-Saxon church. The Domesday entry for Helmutune mentions a church and a priest in 1086. A copy of the original entry hangs in the church. A second church was built in 1550 and was described as a very large and spacious structure, with a steeple and tower in the centre and 3 aisles. By the 1750s the church had badly decayed and needed to be pulled down and rebuilt. An estimate of £1,288 was given to rebuild the church in its present form. The new church was completed in 1771, of simple Georgian style, consisting of a nave chancel and bell tower. Apparently the church tower is incomplete. It is said that the contractor erecting the building suddenly disappeared, leaving the tower only partially built. It certainly was intended, as there is a strong foundation for the belfry, as the tower walls are 5 foot thick. Instead of a tall tower there is a turret containing 3 bells. St. Peter's is one of the few 18th century churches in Derbyshire. Among its many interesting features is a unique 1865 Brindley's organ, restored in 2004.